Have you ever prayed, and doubted in the same breath? Let's open to Matthew 21 verses 21 to 22, where Jesus says something bold, almost impossible to believe. Truly I tell you, if you have faith and do not doubt, you can say to this mountain, go, throw yourself into the sea, and it will be done. If you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. At face value, this verse sounds almost magical. Say the right words, have the right amount of faith, and you get what you ask for. But let's dive deeper. Historically, this took place right after Jesus cursed the barren fig tree, a symbolic act. In Jewish culture, the fig tree often represented Israel. Its barrenness was a metaphor for spiritual fruitlessness. Jesus was near Jerusalem, just days before his crucifixion. Tension was building. The religious leaders were watching him. The crowds were shouting Hosanna. And yet, many hearts were still hard. The fig tree, with all its leaves but no fruit, was a picture of people who appeared religious, but had no living faith. Then Jesus turns to his disciples and says this radical statement about faith. And not just any faith, mountain-moving faith. In Jewish idiom, moving a mountain was a metaphor for doing the impossible, overcoming massive obstacles through wisdom or divine power. This wasn't about literal geology. It was about the power of unshakable belief in God's will. Jesus was training his disciples, preparing them for the birth of the church, for persecution, for spiritual warfare. They would need more than strategies. They would need supernatural faith, the kind that casts out fear and clings to God's promises. But here's the balance: faith and God's will must align. Prayer is not a tool to manipulate heaven. It is a pathway to participate in what heaven is doing. You see, true prayer is not demanding from God, it's depending on God. So, when Jesus says, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer, he's not handing out blank checks. He's calling us to deep intimacy, to trust so rooted in him that what we ask is what he already desires to give. In a world full of anxiety, this passage is not just about miracles, it's about confidence. Confidence that when we are in tune with God, nothing is too big, no fear, no failure, no past, no diagnosis, no rejection, no mountain. So what's your mountain today? Speak to it. Stand in faith. Don't just pray with your lips. Pray with your whole heart. Move the mountain. Not with might, but with faith. If this message blessed you, share it. And remember, faith isn't magic, it's trust in a mighty God.